In other breaking inputs here, the Supreme Court has now agreed to hear a PIL, and this is in relation to the case where an 8-month-old baby girl was brutally raped in Delhi 2 days back. She had to undergo several hours of surgery, set of 3 surgeries in traumatic pain as we speak. Now, this petition in the Supreme Court seeks directions to authorities to shift the baby to a better hospital, to ensure compensation here to the aggrieved family as well, amounting to 10 lakh rupees. And after mentioning this morning, the court has agreed to hear this plea at 2 p.m. today on unimaginable brutality on an 8-month-old baby girl. We have with us our correspondent handling legal affairs there with further inputs. Meenakshi, the very fact that this has been admitted is to be heard at 2 p.m. The Supreme Court acknowledging the level of brutality in this case.
Well, indeed, Seher, and we have seen the Supreme Court's interventions in the past as well on likewise matters, that the rape and subsequent pregnancy of minor girls from Chandigarh or across from other parts of India. Herein, the culprit is allegedly the paternal uncle of this baby girl, who is, as we speak, in custody, Sir. But clearly, this is a plea which is seeking some added relief / compensation for the baby girl, perhaps better medical supervision and care so that she can perhaps cope better with this unimaginable trauma that's been foisted on her. But it is a hugely sensitive issue, and it is something that the Supreme Court in the past as well, Sir, has taken into account the trauma, the grief, the psychological need for counseling, perhaps that such victims need from time to time.
Absolutely, and this would be a requirement for the entire family as well, given that the accused, the rapist, was a 27-year-old cousin of this baby child, of this 8-month-old infant. It would mean a lot of support that needs to be extended to the family, which is why perhaps the amount of compensation being pushed for here is about 10 lakh rupees.
Yes, indeed, Seher. For now, the compensation amount that is sought is 10 lakhs, and Supreme Court's intervention could also help in perhaps the child receiving better medical attention and care, and also somewhere the need for counseling in such matters which is not provided. Remember, this is again an instance which has shocked the collective consciousness of society. This is something that's happened in Delhi, and as we have seen in such cases, that the accused or the culprit usually is someone who stays in the close vicinity or is known to such victims. And as you rightly pointed out, in this particular instance as well, this incident is from northwest Delhi, the Netaji Subhash Place area of Delhi, where the culprit was a relative of this baby girl who, as we speak, is nabbed and is in custody. But that apart, of course, there is a need for greater relief.
Absolutely.
And
that's right. And the Supreme Court, understanding the gravity of the situation in this particular case, the plea which is now to be heard later this afternoon at 2 p.m. Meenakshi, thank you for those inputs.